Welcome back, guys. In this video we're going to work with the offline capabilities of Firebase. So right now the way the app is, if we were to go to our, for example, our settings activity, it should load our username, our status and our image, but you'll notice that there's that slight delay before all these things happen, and we're going to see if we can lessen that delay. So what we want to do is want to create an application class. So let's come to our package, say new Java class, and call it Square. It has to be the exact same name as your application. So if you named yours something else, name your application class something else. Okay, and then we're going to extend from application. So a little bit of an explanation before we go on. Usually when we create an activity in Java, in Android, it's a class and it extends from activity or a related class, such as this one, which extends from app compat activity. And then it has all its methods. Like here we have an onCreate, but we could also have an onStop for when you minimize, an onStart from when you go to another activity but may come back, and so on and so forth. So these classes, these Java classes that extend from activity, they represent the activities. But an application class, a class that extends from application, represents the entire app. So anything that is within this class will happen when the application is created, as opposed to this one, anything within this class will happen when the activity alone is created. So yes, that was just a simple explanation, and now let's see how we can use this to help us. So the first thing we'll do is we'll override onCreate. And within that we'll say Firebase database dot get instance dot set persistence enabled to true. Okay, and now we can go to any activity that has a database reference. So let's use settings, since that's the example I used. We'll go to settings, and wherever we have that database reference, which is here, we can take it, we'll say userdb, and we'll run keep synced to true. We'll set that to true. Okay, let's run this. In fact, what I'll do first is I will kill this process, and then I'll run. Okay, so let's go to, oh wait, before I do that, let's stop. Let's come back to our Android Studio. There's something crucial that I've forgotten. So I've created the application class and I've used it within here, but you can't, that isn't the end of the story. We have to come to our manifest and tell it that we've created this class. So here where we have our opening application tag, we can write Android name and put .square. Okay, I'm going to run it again. Okay, here it is running. So I'm going to go to settings, and it gives me the data almost immediately. Let me close. I'm going to kill it and look for it again. Okay, so settings, and there's the data almost immediately. Now you'll notice that the image still takes quite a while. It still lags behind the rest. This is because, if you'll remember, the image is just a string. It's a string that gives that provides a link to where the image is stored. So it's still, the application still has to go onto the network and look for that image wherever it's been stored. So it will take a little bit of time. But either way, you've understood how you can create, how you can enable offline capabilities. Very simple. You create your application class and you use it wherever you have a database reference. So wherever we do have database references, we can go there if we need it to be faster, and we can simply tell it to keep synced. And for the image, Picasso actually comes with a few methods that allow you to do essentially the same thing. So if you want to make your image be a little faster, instead of having just this placeholder, you can go ahead and do that as well. Just read the documentation. Okay, so we're going to use this application class quite a bit. And in fact, for the next thing, we're going to use it for our presence, to know whether, to know whether people are online or not. So let's do that in the next video.